Welcome to another episode of the Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Thanks, babe. You think that you've seen everything, gone everywhere, now nothing could surprise you, no, not anymore. So you tumble through the night till you pull the curtain tight, with the wide world right outside your door. Don't you know it's not right that they don't get to see your shining eyes? Though they closed, you do not hide. I see you, good morning, rise. Now when you think about the past, you crawl through the looking glass that is shattered and scattered on the floor. Who you trying to please down on your bloody knees? We need you to believe like before. Don't you know it's not right that they don't get to see your shining eyes? Though they closed, you do not hide. I see you, good morning, rise. Talk about shame. It's like a lion you can't tame. It's like a flame you can't extinguish but won't burn. It's a shame you can't pretend to start over again. This time through, just think, my friend, of all you've learned. Don't you know it's not right that they don't get to see your shining eyes? Though they closed, you do not hide. I see you, good morning, rise. I see you, good morning, rise. Hey, it's F-it Friday. No idea what that means. You know, you just never know. I might I might play 3 songs and be like, yeah. I suck at the bleep. I might just say Fridays. God, why is it so hard? I know why it's so hard. I wish I could just show you on camera. I don't think I can. And I know you don't care. And I don't know why I do this stuff to you anyways. But by golly. Oh! Jeez Louise. Oh, man. All right, hold on. Look at that. The lights are still going now. Well, you can see this whole situation now, though. Look at that. There you go. Now, you know, if I just... I'm used to that kind of stuff. But my bleep is down here on the E key. Right here. And so what I want to do is just push it and have it bleep, and then when I let up, then it stops. I might be able to go into the app and see if I can control that. But the way it works is so counterintuitive. Now when I pull up, now we got the bleep. Now I got, and it's not even satisfying like when I push it back in to stop it. Nope, it's still not going to stop until I pick up. So it's like 2 moves. And I'm trying to bleep a 1-syllable, quick little... This is some muscle memory that has to develop. Friday. So I just want you to share my struggles with me. That's the whole point of the daily practice. This is not about me entertaining you. This is about you sharing my burdens. Oh, I'm taking you with me. Because, oh man, this is, I guess I should just practice. Welcome to practice, folks. This stupid thing is just really starting to piss me. Oh, oh my God.
Nathan, are you practicing down there?
Yes,
Doesn't sound like it.
I'm practicing the bleep. Okay. All right. Music lovers. Good. So good to see everybody. Welcome to practice. I did have fun at the show. I tell you what, man, I have not been in the ring like that in a long time. I mean, this was classic joint. This was basement dungeon vibes, college kids. On the stage, I couldn't see a single face. I couldn't see a single eye. I made a Minecraft joke. I was like, you guys seem like the mobs that spawn in the dark in Minecraft, and I wish I had my bow and arrow with me. I think some of them got it. Oh, man, it was a whole thing. Lefko, good to see you. We really need to get you an avatar, though. Somebody hook... You're savvy. You know what's up. Put something funny in there. Or serious. I mean, whatever hat you want to wear. Let's get it on. Okay, going into the window. Gus, will you give me my marching orders so far, the request list as it stands, ATM. And here we go, folks. We're off and running. Back in 15 minutes. Then without stopping, safe. Oh, it's a clever way to get 2 requests in one. I see what you did there. Plain as day, Carl would like to hear. The Garden with the Loops. Hard Times. Wrong About the Blues. Rollaway Bed. Nowhere From Here to Go. Or Pioneer Snail. Why not both? Decisions. All right. I might fire up my Beat Buddy just for this request. Got a strange feeling, one that won't let me go, that the sky's about to open, steal me away and close. Back in 15 minutes, write a letter. Back in 15 minutes, write a song. Back in 15 minutes, write a novel. Back in 15 minutes, right or wrong. Where there's smoke, there's a motel burning. There's fire in the eyes of the musician. And the road is hopefully forever turning, like the world is spinning. Back in 15 minutes, write a letter. Back Back in 15 minutes, write a song. Back in 15 minutes, write a novel. Back in 15 minutes, right or wrong. St. Peter, here's all my money, let's forget you saw me. Just put me back in what I had on. And we'll blame it on dreams and running, oh, from the new day, from the new dawn. Back in 15 minutes, write a letter. Back in 15 minutes, write a song. Back in 15 minutes, write a novel. Back in 15 minutes, right or wrong. I just had to step out towards the ceiling. Had some unfinished business upstairs. Shouldn't take long at all. A wild man like me with a couple of squares. Back in 15 minutes, write a letter. Back in 15 minutes, write a song. Back in 15 minutes, write a novel. Back in 15 minutes, right or wrong. You're in charge of the silver lining. Yeah, those clouds are up to you. There's a sweet song somewhere when you're pining, just waiting until you're through. And if you're determined, you can believe. And if you can believe, then you'll have faith. And if you have faith, then you can love. And if you can love, you'll be safe. You can make everything happen for a reason. There's no tragedy that's not the way to go. That's why there's time, that's why there's seasons. That's just how we roll on down the road. If you're determined, you can believe. And if you can believe, then you'll have faith. And if you have faith, then you can love. And if you can love, you'll be safe. So don't be too hard on you. You're the ones gonna get you out of this. You must be all you need, count on it. Someday you will reminisce. And if you're determined, you can believe. And if you can believe, then you'll have faith. And if you have faith, then you can love. And if you can love, then you'll be safe. If you're determined, you can believe. And if you can believe, you'll have faith. And if you have faith, you can love. And if you can love, you'll be safe. There you go, Dark Czar. Fun request. Good call, good call. Way to go. All right. What was next? Plain as Day. All right, I'm going to use a pick on that one, I think. Definitely sending the meter here into the red. But unless you guys tell me it's distorting, I'm just going to roll with it. Kazoo! If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if the alien was a girl? Gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? Go, go. What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you saw, plain as day? What if the voice of God spoke right to you, right out loud? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if God gave you the word? Gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you heard, plain as day, plain as day? If you saw a miracle, what would you do? What if the miracle was you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you are, plain as day, plain as day? Yeah, all right, so even though it's Friday, we are at work here, folks. You know that. This is the daily practice. So I hive mind. I want to know what you think. Some know why I'm laughing at that statement, but I genuinely do. Granted, I've said many times that was the end of civilization when the news first said that to me, but it was right up there with ask your doctor about. We want to know what you think, but I genuinely do. Which do you prefer? And there might be as many, there's no right answer. But there's a part of me that wants to go on the would you let everybody know, instead of going up, that would you let everybody know? See, that's right on the edge of my comfort zone. But sometimes it's good to go into the discomfort zone. It adds pain to the lyric. It stresses the point or whatever. This is it's one of my few songs that I'm really sort of stuck in the key of E, because it's as low as the guitar will go, and it's all about this hook. With that low thing ringing. I mean, I can maybe try a version in D. No, D wouldn't work because all these chord configurations with a drop D would be... All right, so, sorry. That conversation's for another time. The question you have right now is, which of these versions do you prefer for that particular lyric? If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? See, completely comfortable. That's the low version. Here's the high version, which is more. I feel like this is the original way it went, but I'm more comfortable down low. I don't know if it stresses the point enough. If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? That's the other one. Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? More conversational. Would you let everybody know? It's a more dire question, more emphasis. You need to know. I need to know. It's not a casual, you're not just curious. You got to tell me you're going to save us or what? All right, so y'all vote in the chat. I might have to scroll back later because I know there's latency and stuff, so I don't want to get caught in the weeds here. But up or down, which do you prefer? Very different qualities. Swaby likes it stressed. All right, while y'all answer that question, I'll get ready for Bigfoot's request here. He wants to go to the garden and get loopy. Well, hey, well, you know what they say on Fridays. Oh, that was still terrible, but the best yet. There's a lot of those moments on the practice here. I'm pretty proud of that. Where I could genuinely say, well, that was pretty terrible, but it was the best yet. Well, on my way to... Bean says, I sort of like it low, but I'm used to the up one. Oh, Brenda says, go high once in the song and stay comfy the other times. All right. If you're producing the track, we were making the single, which time would it be? I guess, classically, it would be the second one right before the chorus, before the solo break, or maybe at the end. But hey, we could mess it up. It does do it every time. So it happens 5 times in the song. Oh, I'm hearing my little bracelet. By the way, Wilson Springs Hotel, one of the reasons I did that, I said yes to that gig, is because I was actually a fan of them. I saw a reel of theirs when they played Stanton Jams here in Stanton. And I check everybody out one way or the other. And that band, within seconds, I was like, oh, wait a second, here we go. What's happening here? I was very intrigued by their sound and their style and their spirit. And I've grown to love the songs, and what sweethearts, just like all my favorite musicians. I'm always struck by that, but a lot of the favorite music, and I'm sure there's a lot of great musicians that are jerks or whatever, but I don't tend to like that music. It's just like, it's cool and everything. But the music that I love and that I'm inspired by and absolutely blown away with, whenever I meet those musicians, they're such sweethearts. And true again. One, two, three, four. walk through the garden. While on my way, I stopped in the city. Still wanna walk through that garden someday. Hope that garden will wait for me. I met a man who, looking at my hand, said he could tell I didn't work just by my finger. I'd be proud to show him these hands now. It's funny how that memory lingers. Last night I heard the peepers by the pond and a train way off in the distance. I felt like I died on the day I was born and just dreamt this life up in an instant. Well, that was fun. There you go, Bigfoot. Thanks for asking. Get the special effects going here. All right, next was A Little Hard Times. I don't know, that's 2 in a row for Bigfoot, though. Might have to mix it up a little bit. Wrong About the Blues, maybe? Funky Foot. Kyle was asking about you last night, Funky Foot, on Jabberjohn. He was all sweet. He was trying to remember your name, and I forget what he said. I was like, "Oh, you're thinking of Funky Foot." He was like, "Why would you keep..." Oh, here's something sweet, a little aside. You know, the reason I got that gig, it was cool because I had already been stalking them a little bit, like genuinely. I was like, who's this band? Like, I clicked on it, I was like, oh, they're good. And I went to their YouTube and listened to some songs and became a bit of a fan. But the reason I got the invite was the songwriter, leader of the band, I guess, to a certain extent, Jake, reached out to me. And this is while I was on a plane. I got this, and I was just like coming back from High Sierra, so I was all like out in the world and like, yeah, this is what I do. I play, I sing for people in places in all outer spaces. I was just in that mode, and I got this sweet Facebook message, and he's like, yeah, I met you once, but he told me this story, or several stories, but he's like, man, I've been listening to you since I was 9 years old. And the first time he ever played in public was when he was 14 at the open mic I founded and hosted at the Mockingbird, a music venue we had here for a while in Stanton. And he was 14 years old, and that was the first time he played. So, you know, and we met like once or twice through some mutual friends here in town. And so I was one of his younger inspirations or whatever. So he reached out just because it would be like, he just thought it would be so neat if I would open. And I just said yes. And the rest is history. What a sweetheart. But it was such a cool invitation. And the whole thing was special on that front. And my cousin's daughter just started her freshman year at JMU, where Kethra teaches. And so my cousin Eric and his wife Kim saw that I was playing, and they were missing Sophia terribly. She'd been gone for a whole week already. It was like an eternity, sort of like dog years. I thought you'd never come back. And so they made a special trip over to catch the show, check in on Sophia, and so we had a little family affair thing going on in there. It was a sweet night. But then again, now that I'm home and settled back into my spot, all week I was like, what did I say yes to? Why am I doing this? Oh my God. I'm in no hurry. I'm not looking for more gigs like that. Unless you've been listening to me since you were 9 years old. You just hold on a second. Why would you keep looking once you found it? I tried that once and my whole life it took. Like a flash of light by love's first sight, I was blinded. That could have been the last place that I looked. The whip of youth and myth that said get cracking. There were no hobos, so I had to hop a train. Had to take a cup of water to the desert. These are the two hands from which that cup was made. I sure do love to don my tail in glory's ribbons, and I would if I could only pick and choose. Then I'd gladly trade all my greatest sad ones for just one chance back at the love I chose to lose. I was wrong about the blues. Still it's as close as I've gone to grace. Seems you can't paint the perfect line, but you can leave an almost perfect trace. Now I'm swinging, springing like all the foolish flowers, the kind February loves to freeze. I'm swinging away, gotta to get a hit for hours. Any minute now I'll be dropping to my knees, 'cause I got to the top of the mountain, and all I found was the way back down. And ever since then I've just been walking in my mind around. I was wrong about the blues. Still it's as close as I've gone to grace. You can't paint the perfect line, but you can leave an almost perfect trace. I was wrong about the blues. Still it's as close as I've gone to grace. You can't paint the perfect line, but you can leave an almost perfect trace. Wrong about the blues. Fun call. All right, I got to refresh this list here. Gus, if you don't mind, I know. He was asleep that time. It's like, no. Here we go. Let's see here. Counting sheep. Pioneer snail, nowhere from here to go. These are all fun. What I can't tell you is what I can't show you. Why I can't hold you is why I can't sleep. Who I can turn to is who never knew you. I'm not tired of counting sheep. Love is a poison, head straight for the heart. Promises are better than secrets to keep. There ain't no cure for broken. I'm not tired of counting sheep. You're on the ceiling, I'm on the bed. I don't wanna fall too deep. Son, if you're feeling like rising, go ahead. I'm not tired of counting sheep. I'll go for days till I'm gone for miles, and I won't come back till I'm out of reach. I won't rest, not until I know the number. I'm not tired of counting sheep. I'm not tired of counting sheep. I'm not tired of counting sheep. I'm not tired. Nice window, nice window, yes. Oh my God, go team. Crushing. All right, Poor Little Me, Butcher Girl, Van Gogh. Loving it. Let's see. Poor little me, poor little me. I got time, all I need. Got good friends to keep me company. Poor little me, poor little me, poor little me. Got enough money, plenty to eat. Got a nice home, warm bed to sleep. Poor little me. Ain't no one gonna cry for me. This is not what they call trouble. This is not what they call strife. It's called a heavy heart. As far as anyone can see, I'm living the good life. Poor little me, poor little me. I got two hands, got 2 feet, got a strong constitution. Guess I got good genes. Poor little me. Ain't no one gonna cry for me. This is not what they call trouble. This is not what they call strife. It's called a heavy heart as far as anyone can see. I'm living the good life. Poor little me, poor little me. Got two eyes I can see all around me, so much beauty. Poor little me. There you go. So many of these, I'm like, oh, I should have played this tonight. I should have played that. I should have played this. I was a little bit of a mess in that regard. It all happened really fast. That's the good news. I was like, oh, I'm already done? Like, holy moly. I was just starting to get comfortable. But I stood. I was standing. And my feet were starting to find some moves. There was one time my foot did something really cool, and until I noticed it, it was really mad at me when I noticed it, because then it couldn't do it anymore. And it was just like, stay in your lane up there, all right? Just do what you do. Let us do what we do. I was just like, oh, that's cool what my foot's doing, and then it couldn't do it anymore. Almost just tripped on my feet there. All right, Butcher Girl is the next request. The city's swept under a carpet of lights. The boys in the band drained into sight. There's a sigh in the sidewalk as the opens close. One man's garbage is a couple of warm rolls. I feel like a spring flower surprised by the cold. Come on too strong, come on too bold. I chase my own, now the tale is told. But don't roll this sad ending, there's so much to go. I'll be a good time gambler, a guitar picker, perfect stranger, a lonely trickster. In the storefront windows, I walk by myself. I could float down the gutter to the ne'er-do-well. I could go down to the playhouse where lovers meet and see who sits alone and take a seat. Well, I tell myself I'll flip a coin to choose. Heads you win, tails I lose. The tails I hop the gutter, 'cause the baby I need, she's down in the well, ne'er to be. Well, I'll be a good time gambler, a guitar picker, perfect stranger, a lonely trickster. Not in love with the butcher girl? How many men leave their mark on the world? Not a them that do. How many deserve to be whining and dining and holding her let my love fall flat and seem dumb. I need a reason to go, a reason to run, a song to sing, a tune to strum. I face my home in the east as I hold out my thumb. But I'll be a good time gambler, a guitar picker, perfect stranger, a lonely trickster. I'll be a good time gambler, a guitar picker, perfect stranger, a lonely trickster. One, two, three, four. Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh. Ever thought of working for a living? What, yet another painting? Is that all you care about? How the color dies on the canvas dry? Then don't be surprised if that's all you care about. You never get nowhere, no doubt, no doubt. Oh, can't you see that poverty will never make a Van Gogh? Van Gogh, ever thought of working for a living? Why don't you hang out with me? Is that all you care about? Is the world through your eyes on the canvas that you're painting? Don't be surprised if that's all you care about. You never get nowhere, no doubt. Oh, can't you see that poverty will never make a Van Gogh? Vengo, 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 vengo. Only gets 12 miles to the gallon. Now that's a lot of gasoline. And if that's all you care about, have the world through your eyes on the canvas that you're painting, and don't be surprised. If that's all you care about, you never get nowhere, no doubt, no doubt. Oh, can't you see that poverty will never make a band go? Can't you see that poverty will never make a band go? Can't you see that poverty will never make a band go? Again. Woo. One more time from the top, like we mean it. So fun. What do we do it? Do we do the whole list? Oh my goodness, you guys keep adding stuff to it. Lefko wants to hear I'm Hardly Here, and so do I, but I think the only version I could play from memory is from the Dandelion Killers version, but I'd much rather play the version that Brian Elijah Smith produced, but I don't know how that version goes. How did that version go? Whatever they need it more than I do. Whatever they need, it's not always about you. Whatever they need, they can take it from me if they want to. Whatever they need, I'm hardly here. I'm hardly here. I'm hardly here. I'm hardly here. It's hard to speed. I'm not stuck in I am traffic. It's hard to speed up. Give me a minute. It's hard to speed, and it's killing the planet. It's hard to speed. I'm hardly here. I'm hardly here. I'm hardly here. I'm hardly here. Whatever they need it more than I do. Whatever they need, it's not always about you. Whatever they need, they can take it from me if they want to. Whatever they need, I'm hardly here. 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 Baby, till I get back home and things can be the way we want, and everyone in that weird world can just move along, just move along, move along, long. along, there's nothing to see here. Move 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 along, there's nothing to see here. Oh, man. Thanks for asking for that. I'll work on that. I'm going to go listen to the Brian's version right after this. Refresh my memory on that. That'd be fun to... You got it back in the boat. Now it's up to me to get it back in my pocket. That one was down there on the bottom of the ocean. Here, check this out. I did it. I found a little vein of gold last night, gotta say. All because Beans, it made me realize, Beans, when you asked for the end of August, did I play the song you were thinking of? So I realized the song I played was on the record I made called End of August, but it wasn't called, it was Good to Be Back Home was the name of the song, but it does say End of August in it. It's where the title of the record came from. So I figured it had to be, but The End of August was the name of a record, one of my many self-produced records that I made over the years. And that was like 2001. I know because it has Song to Osama on it. It has Gotta Believe I Do, which I wrote on 9/11, 2001. But it had about like 16 or 17 songs on it. Brass Knuckles was on there. There was a lot of songs that I don't think I've ever played for you guys. I was like, all right. There's a few that I've played for you once or twice. Songs like Say No More, Say No More. I'm already going like never before. Not knowing, boy, I'm living terrified. And it has just all these songs. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if anybody's ever heard any of these. But there was one in particular that took me a while to figure out how I was doing what I was doing. It was one of those songs that I wrote, and I never played again because I have to tune my guitar weird to play it. And I just never felt like doing that in the heat of I'm just too much of a mess live to actually take the time to retune the guitar to some weird tuning. I mean, who has time? If I tried that tonight, I would have lost the room. I gotta say, I was getting some pretty good reactions. I was surprised. I couldn't see any faces. I had no idea what they were thinking. There was a bit of chatter. But at the same time, I would get done, and the response was really nice. And I think maybe they surprised themselves by liking it a little bit. But here's one you've probably definitely never heard. Swaby's the only person that maybe ever heard this, but I don't know if even you've heard this. This one's called That Angel. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. And End of August is not in All Access. I went and looked. Maybe that song was, but I should put that whole thing on there. It definitely was like the beginning, I mean, in a way, it's definitely not the beginning. I've been making weird recordings my whole life. But it's when my grandparents lent me some money so I could buy some real gear, and I really started taking seriously. I'm going to make my own record. I'm going to make my own record. I'm going to learn how to make records in End of August. Not even the first. Poeticus was the first, then the End of August. And then I got so frustrated. I was trying... It's a little cute, you know, like I'm trying to play piano and fake cellos, and I'm trying to play drums with my fingers. So I made Poeticus, and then I made the End of August. And then I got so frustrated. I was like, I suck at all this. This music is unlistenable. So I made Sad Songs Make Me Happy, which was just acoustic. This is the story of my life. So then I just gave up and said, okay, I'll just put out a solo acoustic record. And then I made New in Beverly, which I really poured myself into. And then I even had copies of that made. I had a little studio downtown here, right on the corner of New and Beverly. And as soon as I printed 100 and put it in the CD player, I realized how terrible it was. My musician hero local, my dad played it for him, and he said he got seasick. He got seasick listening to it because my rhythm was so bad, and I was trying. This was before I knew about MIDI or loops. I didn't know anything. All I knew was this keyboard had drum sounds on it, and there should be drums on it. So I was just like, but really bad. It's so funny, you get in these bubbles. I've talked about this a million times. You get in these bubbles and you feel like you're making something really great. And it's not till you get some distance from it that you realize, like, oh my God, you're sort of insane. You're sort of a madman. It's really, really, really hard to listen to. Giant leaping baby steps. Oh my goodness. So then I made New and Beverly, and then I made Beggars Can't Be Choosers, and then I was like, okay. And Beggars must be choosers, a.k.a. loose change. That was when I discovered loops. I was like, oh, loops. Hey, if I just use drum loops, but then, I used some really weird drum loops, and I made that record. Then I was like, okay, I give up, and I made Cans and Cans, solo acoustic. Only solo acoustic are the ones anyone ever heard. But I was not about to give up. No, sir, not about to give up. I was just trying to get something out there in the meantime. Sometimes I doubt the things I see with my own eyes. Your mind's just playing tricks, you know full well they're lies. I say, hey, did you see that? They say, hey, did I see what? I say, that angel. That angel with the brown hair, I swear she was just there. Sometimes she calls my name out so loud and so clear. I'm the only one that turns, and once I turn, she's already disappeared. I say, hey, did you hear that? They say, hey, did I hear what? I say, that angel. That angel with the sweetest voice, she leaves me no choice. Some nights she sneaks into my bed, but only when I sleep. It seems the deeper that I sleep, the tighter she holds me. I wake up, the first thing I do is close my eyes and try to see that angel. That angel with the brown hair, she was just lying there. Well, I tell you what, that groove is fun. That's the thing that hooked me in. I was like, oh my God, how am I doing that? All night long. All right, we got find our way out of this maze. What'd you think of that? Have you ever heard that, Swaby? Those are fun chords, too. All right, let's see. How are we getting out of here? All right, here's the oh. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. He died at 29 at the end of a bottle. So in so few years he wrote all those songs. Many might say that's not how you ought to live your life, but damn those songs. Watching the fire still burn. When will I ever learn? That don't mean I have to get higher. I don't have to set me on fire. This doesn't have to go down to the wire. Doesn't have to go down. Woo-hoo. She died at 33, OD'd in a hotel, that famous hotel where genius would hang. She was always free, now she always will be. Was anyone freer than when she sang? Watching the fire still burn. When will I ever learn? That don't mean I have to get higher. I don't have to set me on fire. This doesn't have to go down to the wire. Doesn't have to go down. Woo-hoo. He died at 75, always a fighter, screaming at demons like a back alley cat. He'd tease the reaper, I dare you to try it. I'll shave with your scythe, wipe my face with your hat. And watching the fire still burn. When will I ever learn? That don't mean I have to get higher. I don't have to set me on fire. This doesn't have to go down to the wire. Doesn't have to go down. Woo! Holy moly. Ah, it was a fun night. I really love Fridays. Is that still really bad, but also the best one yet? I don't know. And if it wasn't, well, I need to bleep. I need a longer string of profanity while I'm practicing. I think I'm going right to pro level. I'm trying to skip right to expert. Like I'm passing all the shorter high dives and going way up. Like, what is he doing? You need to know what you're doing to do that. It's really a shame. He was a good man at heart. He was a good man at heart. Far or Fire Loopy. That might get us out of here. Tin Can Coffee Cup. Here's a request for just a generic piano song. Just a piano song, you know. Piano song. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, "Nathan, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes." I need a new soapbox. My old one broke. I need a new soapbox. My old one broke. Did I get too heavy? Or was the old one a joke? I was pointing my finger, thinking no one could see. If they was looking where I was pointing, they weren't looking at me. I was right about the moon, though. I was wrong about the heart. I couldn't see my shadow. I was living in the dark. Glad I didn't make it big, whoa. They would have called it art. And then I wouldn't have had this fresh start. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Absolutely. I'm just glad the Lord has mercy. I'm glad the Lord has mercy. Now I need a new suit, one you'd wear to a ball, not in front of a judge or to a funeral. One that fits right, lets me breathe. You can make it bright white, I'll be keeping it clean. I just keep on thinking Those poor pioneers made it all the way to the coast, paced till they built a pier. They kept on building till they couldn't touch down. Were those poor pioneers? They sank and drowned. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad the world has beauty. I'm glad the world has beauty. Ain't it all so strange, like living in a circus where lions tamed are singing in the chorus. I changed my name and wound up in a forest all riddled with shame. I'd done none of it for us. I'd probably been wicked if I had been king, or made unseeable by some magic ring. And I'm not saying I'm evil, I don't even think I'm mean, but even ordinary men might have to be redeemed. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad I'm not the only. I'm glad I'm not the only. And I'm glad the world has beauty. I'm glad the Lord has mercy. And I'm glad I never won the Woo! Someday I'm going to really figure out how to play that song on the piano. That's going to be a fun piano song. It's a good idea. All right, let's see if we can get the heck out of here now. Let's see here. Maybe like this. Should have brought a razor, should have packed a tent. Woke up in a blazer and set in cement. And I was calling for light, I was gasping for air. For a moment I thought I might just die right there. For a moment I thought I might just die right there. I remembered in my collar I placed a paper clip. I could pick these handcuffs and give these guys the slip. Ooh, over the mountain I could sneak away, live to fight another day. Have guitar, we'll travel. Got a car filled with gasoline. We could go far or fire, and all points in between. Somebody thanked me, somebody spanked me. Looked down and I was standing on a crybaby's blanket. I've been walking through woods, I've been mining for coal. I was sorta like my shoes with the dirt on their sole. Have guitar, we'll travel. Got a car filled with gasoline. We could go far or fire, in all points. 1, 2, 3, in between. between the raindrops, between death and birth, in between the lines between the moon and Middle Earth. With my head in the clouds, I was dragging my feet. I knew I couldn't stay, but I didn't want to leave. Have guitar, we'll travel. Got a car filled with gasoline. We could go far or fire, and all points in between. We could go far or fire, and all points in between. Oh, I didn't realize I was on the wrong camera the whole time. That's not the most flattering view of me. Oh my goodness. Hey, my stairs are over there. What are you looking at? My stairs are over there. Hey, if you want to stare at something, stare at the stairs, all right? That is ridiculous. Gus, you're fired. He doesn't like this Fridays thing. You know how Gus feels about F at Fridays. He is over it. He is over it. He's done. He's done. He's like, all right, you know what? You do you. How about that? He says, I signed up for an hour a night. I told you I could commit to that. That's what I promised I could do. And then you start this F at Fridays. That, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just put your own request list in the window? He fell asleep during counting sheep. He's been out ever since. He'll be fine. He just needs a good night's rest, a little coffee in the morning. Give him a few minutes in the morning. No talking before coffee. I don't. You guys keep up the good work out there now. I sure do appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back Monday night like clockwork. You can count on it. Till then, show mercy. Give them heaven. Be silly, be honest. Always trust your cape. You got this. I'll keep practicing.